been in business for 16 years and in ecom for over a decade. I've helped 6, 7, and multiple 8-figure ecom brands generate tens of millions of dollars of extra revenue without spending more on ads. I even had my own e-commerce stores in the past, one which I was able to scale from 0 all the way to 7 figures in less than 16 months with a very tiny budget. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact formula we used to create a welcome flow that generated $184,000 for a client of ours. This welcome flow alone accounted for 11.6% of his total revenue, and it was all on autopilot. If you get your welcome flow right, then your entire email and SMS marketing program is going to fall into place, and you will generate between 35 to 50% of your total revenue from email and SMS. So let's get straight into it. The first thing is that a welcome flow does not work without a high converting capture mechanism, which is a sign-up form in this example. I included a link in the description of a recent breakdown that I made on how we took a client's opt-in rate from 4.22% to 21.40% in just 30 minutes. We were able to achieve this by using 3 psychological principles. The first one is commitment and consistency. The second one is called self-identification. And the third one is called mystery. So click on the link in the description after you watch this video to check it out. So first, let's talk about the problem I see in a lot of the Klaviyo accounts I audit. So basically, a lot of ecom brands, they send email number 1, which is a discount or the offer they promised in the pop-up. Email number 2 is going to be a reminder, and email number 3 is going to be a last chance. This is basically not a welcome flow. It's just begging with a countdown timer. And the problem with this setup is that these emails, they don't answer why should your subscriber buy from you? Why should they trust you? How are you different from the endless competition out there? And are there other people in their shoes who are able to use your products to solve a specific pain point or achieve a desired outcome, or just are happy with buying your product? If your emails are not answering these questions, then you're leaving a ton of money on the table. Now let's go through the anatomy of the perfect welcome flow. So the first thing you will see here is the offer. This is the most important thing, and it's one of the highest leverage things that you can test to generate more revenue for your brand. And this could be a percentage offer, a BOGO offer, a free gift offer, a limit offer, or even some free checklist, checkbook, video training, etc. One thing we like to do for our clients that works incredibly well is first to highlight this offer front and center in the first email. However, to reiterate it and also mention it in other emails as well to make sure that people see it. The second thing is going to be guarantee or risk reversal. And people typically have the highest amount of anxiety before they place an order because they are not sure if they don't like your product, etc. So if you can make it as easy and frictionless for them as possible to place an order by having a great guarantee or return policy, then they are more likely to place an order with you. The third thing is authority, and this is a big one. This could be a certification from an institution or maybe an endorsement from some authoritative figure in the industry. The fourth thing is going to be unique selling propositions, and not only for your brand but also for your particular products. It's very important to highlight why your products are unique, and this ties into the us versus them. And we like to include a table where we compare our clients' products against the industry. We like to include it in the welcome flow and also check out abandonment and some of the other flows as well. The world is very competitive out there, and it's very important for you to show how your products are superior to your competitors. The sixth thing is going to be social proof, and we use some sort of social proof in the majority of the emails we send because it's very effective. And this could be in forms of reviews, maybe the number of orders you were able to get, the number of 5-star reviews, some magazine features, etc. The next one is going to be highlighting bestsellers, and this is more important, especially if you have a lot of products on your store and people don't know exactly which ones to buy or which ones they should start with. It's very important to highlight the ones that are selling incredibly well. And this is a form of social proof as well, because when people see that a lot of other people are buying these products, then they are more likely to buy them as well. The next one is going to be urgency, and we also sometimes use scarcity as well. Scarcity is a value of unit, for example, saying low stock or we only have 200 units left. And urgency is a function of time, where you say this is the last day to claim your offer, maybe 48 hours left, 24 hours left, etc. So across a lot of our emails, we like to use urgency. For example, in the first email, we say that the offer is going to expire in 7 days or something like that. Feel free to use some dynamic coupons if you are offering a coupon on Klaviyo, just to make sure that people know that it's going to be expiring in 7 days. And then maybe in the third email, we highlight more, hey, this offer expires soon, make sure to take advantage of it. And maybe in email number 4 or 5, and then maybe in email 6 as well, we say, hey, this is the last day to enjoy your offer. The next one is going to be having an alternative offer. And the vast majority of the the e-com brands that I talk to, they don't actually have this one. They keep hammering the same offer over and over again, expecting different results. So for example, let's say you offered 10% off at the beginning. At some point, maybe by email number 4 or 5, you say last chance. And if people still do not purchase, wait maybe 3 to 5 days and then present them with an alternative offer. And this could be a BOGO offer, like buy one, get one 20% off, 25% off, or even 30% off. And the advantage of this offer is that it will help you increase your average order value, because people would have to buy 2 products in order for them to get that 25 or 30% off the second product. So this is great for profitability. Another offer you could make is to offer them some free gift on your store when they spend $100 or $200. The only thing to make sure of is that this free gift needs to have a high perceived value. It means that the customer perceives it as high value, but it also needs to have a low manufacturing cost for you in order for you to not lose a lot on your margin. And the last element is going to be feedback. And this is again absent from 99% of the accounts I audit, because when you think about it, someone has opted into your list in order for them to use your offer, whether it's a coupon or a free gift. However, after some time, maybe after 15 days or something like that, they still have not placed an order. So they were high intent because they literally gave you their email or phone number in order for them to get that offer, but they still haven't purchased, which means that they still have some questions that they weren't answered. It's incredibly important for you to be able to get those objections or those questions so you can address them head on in your marketing upfront. You could also get some feedback about your product, which is going to help you continue to improve your products over the long term. So how do you create a high converting welcome flow? Let's go through email number 1. So the timing is going to be to send immediately. As soon as someone opts into your email list, you need to send them an email immediately. Then in terms of the structure, typically we put the offer front and center at the top. Make sure the CTA is above the fold as well. This is how you get the maximum amount of clicks possible. And yeah, you basically say this is what you signed up for, whether it's a coupon, free gift, quiz results, etc. Whatever the offer was, deliver it immediately. And I included an example from IM8 here where they have this welcome kit. So they immediately say, get your free IM8 welcome kit. And they actually repeat this offer across multiple emails as well, which is very, very useful. So another thing you could include in that first email is a guarantee risk reversal, maybe 1 to 3 of your best reviews, again, social proof, and then reiterate your offer again at the bottom. So you have it at the top, and then you have maybe a guarantee, risk reversal, some reviews, and then at the bottom, you can reiterate it again. And if you are asking people for their phone number as well in your opt-in form, then feel free to send them an SMS as well. SMS has some of the highest engagement rates, 98% open rate, and about 20 to 30% click rate. So it's very, very effective and complementary to email. So email number 2, the timing, we typically send it 1 day after we send the previous email. The structure is going to be highlighting your brand and product's unique selling propositions, and also comparing your brand and product to your competitors. So people are still doing competitive research at this point, and they might be checking your competitors. So it's very, very important to highlight why they should buy from you and not from your competitors. And in the example of IM8 that I showed you before, they literally call out the biggest name in their industry, which is AG1. AG1 is projected to have generated $600 million in 2025. And IM8 has managed to scale to $100 million run rate in just 11 months when it took AG1 about 10 years to achieve the same. So they are being very, very aggressive and calling out not only AG1, but other big names in the industry like Huel, for example. So you will see in this example, they have a table where they compare their formula or their product against AG1s, and they show exactly that their formula has not only more stuff, but it also has more clinical dosages compared to AG1. So this is very, very effective. So in the second email, typically we also highlight some form of authority and reiterate our offer and use some urgency as well. We say, hey, the offer is expiring soon. With the third email, in terms of timing, we typically send it 1 day after email 2. The structure, we highlight a lot of social proof, whether it's some reviews from clients, maybe number of orders. If you've been in business for 4 or 5 years and you managed to collect 100,000 orders, that's a form of social proof itself. Maybe the number of 5-star reviews, maybe magazine features, endorsements, etc. And you will see an example from IM8 here where they say real people, real results, IM8 in action, and they highlight some of their customer reviews. So feel free to also reiterate your offer again, because people forget again at the bottom. So while most of the email is going to be about other stuff like social proof, at the end, always remind people of the offer and also include more urgency, saying, hey, your offer expiring soon. As for email number 4, the timing is going to be 1 day after email 3, and the structure is for you to highlight your bestseller. So this is how IM8 is doing it. They only have 2 products in this case, but this helps a lot, especially if you have more products. So they have their ultimate essentials here and ultimate longevity, and they have the stack, and then basically David Beckham holding both products. And then what we do is typically typically again reiterate the main offer because people forget and use a little bit of urgency as well. For email number 5, you send it one day after email number 4. And in terms of structure, we use a lot of urgency. So this is the final day or the final chance to get your offer. And this is an example from IM8. They say, don't miss your free IM8 welcome kit. And this is actually in the last email they sent in their welcome flow. And feel free to include some social proof as well. So you have a little bit of urgency at the top with the offer, and then at the bottom you include more of your best customer reviews so people can see that other people in their shoes have used your product successfully. And again, if you have collected their phone number before, feel free to send them an SMS message as well. So you will see here that we only reserve SMS messages for the most important announcements. We sent one at the beginning when we delivered their offer, and we're sending one now when we're highlighting agency for the offer. As for email number 6, the timing is going to be 3 days after email number 5. Feel free, it's going to be around 3 to 5 days. In terms of structure, we present them with an alternative offer. So if the 10% offer or 15% offer did not work because across 5 or 6 emails, still some people have not converted, then it's good to present them with an alternative offer that might appeal to them better. And this could be a BOGO or a free gift. Again, use a lot of urgency for this particular email. We typically tell our clients that this is going to expire in 24 or 48 hours. This just encourages people to take action fast. And then again, feel free to send an SMS message as well. So for email number 7, the timing is going to be 5 days after email 6. And the structure, we call this actually a failure to launch sequence. So failure to launch is a syndrome when kids are coddled and they fail to launch into the real world. And this could be 1 email or 2 emails or maybe 2 emails and 1 SMS. And the objective of it is to try to get some feedback on why some subscribers have not placed an order with you. So we typically like to send a plain text email from the founder, and sincerity here goes really a long way. So the founder says, hey, thank you for joining our list or our family or something like that, and then talks a little bit about the mission and vision and why they decided to start this brand, and then ask them for a favor in terms of feedback. The way we typically do it for our client is to ask people to reply directly to that email, because that just reduces friction. If you have a form where they have to click and then go submit their feedback, then it's extra friction. So we try to make it as seamless and as easy for them as possible to submit their feedback for us. The second benefit for asking them to give us a reply is actually in terms of deliverability, because the more replies you get from your emails, the more positive signals you send to email apps like Gmail and Yahoo, and the more likely they are to place your emails in the main inbox in the future. Obviously, not everyone is going to take time out of their busy day to just submit feedback for you. So you might need to offer a higher incentive to get that feedback. So if you offer 10% off in your welcome flow, you might consider offering maybe 15% or 20% off. Again, I don't like to eat into our margins. So typically we ask for the feedback first. If we are getting enough, then that's perfect. If we are not getting enough, then we try to offer what we call an incentive ladder. So basically go up until we start getting a decent amount of feedback. I believe the number one most important thing that will help you continue scaling your brand profitably year over year is understanding your ideal customer profile, understanding their pain points, their objections, their desires, their values, etc. Then after you get the feedback, you can use it upfront in your marketing messages to address those objections or answer those questions upfront before they come up later. So in terms of the benchmark of how you know exactly whether your welcome flow is performing well or not. So the sign up form opt-in rate should be between 10 to 15%. Again, for some of our clients, we took it as high as 20%. You can see in this example it was 16.35%. For the welcome flow revenue, it should account for 10 to 15% of your total revenue. As you can see for this particular client, it was 11.6%. So that's how you know whether your welcome flow is bringing enough revenue or not. So if you like high converting flows for your ecom brand, the same flows that help us generate up to 25% of our clients' total revenue, then we're happy to set them up for you. Just click on the link in the description to schedule a quick call with me. I can audit your entire email and SMS program and show you exactly what's missing, what could be improved, and how much more revenue your brand is going to be generating after all of the improvements are implemented. If you're looking for a mass agency that runs the same playbook across 50 brands, then this audit is probably not for you. We will design a strategy that is specific to your brand and your brand alone. As you can see here, we helped Ryan from Holstery go from 12% to 40% of attributed email and SMS revenue. We helped Dana from Kingsman Premium stay consistently over 40% attribution, and we peaked at 53%. And we also helped Sachin at Fluoro Store increase his email revenue by 7x. And if you'd like to watch more of these case studies, check out our website at powermymarketing.com. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in the next one.